Live from the Texas Cheer Liquors Studios, it's In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
You know you've made it as a superstar talk show host and podcaster and influencer when your people bootleg your logo, when they violate copyright laws and just shank your stuff. But it warms my heart. I would never send a cease and desist to somebody.
Never.
For bootlegging our gear.
Not right now.
Bouquet, pull them photos up I sent you this morning when you get a chance. This is cool. You know you've made it when people just go on their own and make stuff. Okay, this is a guy named Henry Garza and his wife. They're celebrating their 30th wedding anniversary in Las Vegas. And look at these shirts they got on. Love, turn okay, and the other one, You Hard on the back.
What?
Walking around Vegas with that shirt on, people are going to think they're advertising for a strip club or
no, they're going to think they're
joint.
swingers. Hey, and when in Vegas,
Look
what
at
happens
that.
up there, Henry stays.
Henry messaged me this morning is like, any woman that will participate in shenanigans like this over stuff you like,
She's a
is
keeper.
worth keeping 30 years.
She's a keeper.
So happy anniversary to Mr. and Mrs. Henry Garza. Longtime Thunderdomer, now a longtime member of In the Building.
Walking around Vegas
Shout
and
out,
Love
Henry.
You Hard
Henry's
shirts.
a good dude, man. That's badass. I've seen a few bootlegs over the years. I've not seen that one.
Right.
That's an original that they had made. Hopefully they had it made at Sammy's.
Right. No
All
kidding.
right. Welcome in, y'all. It's another one of these. It is Friday the 13th as we do this show. Bouquet, get that camel. Are we doing camels or are we doing horses today?
Camels.
Okay. Let's
Jesus.
just get it out of the way.
If you're doing camels, you got the call.
Let's do it. Okay. Everybody do camels? Okay.
One of y'all got the camels.
All right. I'll do camels. All
Now,
right.
what is this
The
for?
winner of this is one winner. Winner takes all. It's a 30-second camel race. The winner wins one VIP ticket to the In the Building live concert show June 21st up at Lion and Rose Pub.
All right.
It's one ticket. So if you win, hit me up and I'll send your ticket to you. You can go alone or you can go buy another one and bring a date. All right. So here we go. And they're off.
Oh, are they?
Oh, look at the sludge and the dirt by the camels.
Let me see.
You can tell a couple of these camels didn't take a shit today because they're slow.
I'm going with Cohen Stokes.
Wayne 71 out to the early league, the yellow skin camel. But he's got a lot of people there in the pack. And we've got Tagular 14 now jumping out by a half a length. But he's a camel, so he could drop dead at any minute.
Oh, there's Tina G.
Here's Tina
There's
G.
Tina
out to
G.
lead. It looks like Tina G with a big run and a big lead, and Tina G is won out of nowhere. About that. Tina G, you just want a VIP ticket to go to the live show. That's kick-ass.
Our monitor's not on, by the way, Jose, so we can't see the chat. If
Oh, God dang it. God dang it!
No, it's all
the
good.
monitor. I'm just kidding. Tina G win.
Congratulations to Tina G. I had the pleasure of meeting her and her dude at Slackers.
Well, now she's got to
St.
buy her
Mary's.
dude a ticket.
She got to buy her boy. He got to buy her dude a ticket.
Way to go, Tina. You just won a VIP ticket to the live show. That's cool. All right. That is. Welcome
Cork
in, y'all.
Soaker.
What's up, Cork Soaker?
Y'all are strange humans.
6th place finish for Cork Soaker.
I had him
sorry,
winning.
Cork
I'm
Soaker.
a jinx. I haven't picked the right winner yet. Sorry, Cohen.
Tina G, get a hold of us. Get a hold of me. I'll send you. I have the link to the ticket. I can text it to you, email it to you. Probably easier to email it to you. It was not rigged, Raul.
Raul says that
Never
every race,
rigged
and he's never in any
Never
of them.
rigged these.
Or was he in it? Was
Never
Raul
rigged
Medina in
it.
it?
I have no idea. I've lost track. I just know I love these things. I can't get enough of our horse and camel races. It's great. Good morning. Thank you to the live watchers. Shout out to the 95% of y'all that watch this whenever you want to. It is Friday as we do today's show. Program number 343 of In the Building. From the Texas Cheer Liquor Studios at Pub Sports Radio in Southtown, Texas, the audio disseminator is Jose Bouquet.
Who's in a Red Sox hoodie and Spurs shorts and a Liverpool hat.
Yeah, what is
Put
that?
the-
What are you doing? Oh, you're showing off your
Is that a
beard?
Liverpool
Wow.
hat? Liverpool hat, Red Sox hoodie, Spurs shorts.
Why do so many Americans support Liverpool, man?
I
F
thought that. No,
Liverpool.
you were Arsenal.
I used to be Arsenal. Then I
What's the
switched to
difference in
Barca. Now I
Liverpool
don't have a
and
team.
Barca? What's the difference? Or Real or Manchester City?
Other than there's different clubs.
I know that,
different
but I
leagues.
mean supporting. Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know. A lot of Americans decided to support Liverpool for some reason years and years ago. I don't know, because maybe the Beatles are from there, or
John Henry owns the Red Sox and owns Liverpool.
all right. See,
okay.
that's
Well,
a
now I
good
see
point.
your hookup. Okay, now the
He's
outfit's
a
making
John
sense.
Henry fan.
Yeah, he got me in there. I was
And
like, I guess that makes sense.
Minority owner in more than one way. Minority.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is part owner of
That makes me
Liverpool.
sick.
Right. So I was an Arsenal fan, and then I got, because of my first wife, and then we got divorced, and so I renounced my fandom. Arsenal were a bunch of pussies anyway. I got tired of rooting for them because they're a bunch of underachievers.
Right.
True.
And then I switched to Barca because of my second wife, and then that marriage ended in flames, and so I've renounced my fandom to Barca. And it didn't help that Barca basically was cheating their balls off and not paying any taxes, and they were corrupt as shit, and half the guys in their organization got fired, and they let Messi, they let Messi, Neymar, and Luis Suarez all go because they couldn't afford to pay them because they were corrupt as shit.
After they get, we're going to pay Messi $300 million, but we don't have it. It's okay.
Right.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We're just going to tell everybody we do.
They're back now, though.
The board, I know they're back now. They've got a bunch of young kids.
No, they
now.
got that one kid.
Lamine.
Yeah, he's
Lamine.
a stud.
He's
Yeah.
17, and he's already the best player in the
Yeah.
world.
that
he's incredible.
mother father. Is he? What is he? Brazilian?
No, he's Spanish.
He's Spaniard.
So he's going to play for the Spain
Yep.
national
Yeah.
team.
He's already won a Euros for him, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a stud.
That dude's
And
problem.
Lewandowski's still kicking ass in his 30s too for them.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's
they've
a problem. I've been not keeping up with him, but like I liked one of his highlight videos, so now it's all through my algorithm.
Mhm.
And every time I'm like, Jesus,
I wanted a
how is
soccer
he
team.
17?
He's just over the top, stupid good. He's LeBron.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I don't get that because you got to keep in mind this is one of the most to me. Soccer players are the best athletes in the world. I don't care what you say. I'm not trying to change your mind. That's just my opinion. Soccer players are the best athletes in the world, but at that level, the physicality. I'm not overly impressed with the ball skills. There's a lot of guys with ball skills, but at 17, your balls haven't even dropped to be able to fend off these defenders that are trying to kill you. He's different. He's special.
Yeah, he still imagine the ball skills he'll have when the balls drop.
Right.
Jesus. He's definitely at 17 being.
I don't know if he's the
the
best player in the world. I have to ask a soccer expert that.
You're looking at one.
I love soccer. I don't have time to watch it like I want to. I wish I did. I don't have a team. I haven't had a team in a while. I tried Chelsea. So here's what happened. I picked Arsenal that because of marriage, and that ended. I picked Barca because of marriage, and that ended. I picked Chelsea to support my brother, and then their Russian oligarch owner got kicked out of the league because he supported Putin when they went to war with Ukraine. So
True.
every team I go to ends in flames. So
American
I don't
owner
really,
now.
I don't really have a flame now, a team.
Well, I know one thing. Here on the homeland,
Mm-hmm.
we lost to Turkey, and then Switzerland.
Oh, we're shit. We're
Then
dog
Switzerland
shit.
4-0'd us, and Landon Donovan and
Mhm.
Clint Dempsey slammed the manager. The manager, we ain't got no time for those old guys.
Yeah.
Now we get an automatic bid, right? Because it's in our land. But if it wasn't in our land, we would not. I don't even know if we're ready for the Gold Cup, let alone the World Cup. We're bad.
Terrible, and I feel bad for the great Pochettino. I was a Tottenham fan too for a hot
Okay,
minute.
gotcha.
I'm a bouncer.
That's
Clearly.
fine.
Homie Hopper.
Pochettino. There's nothing you can go dig up the bones of Sir Edmund Hillary or whoever, some old legendary coach, and it would make a difference. We're just never going to get over the hump in soccer. Never.
And you know what?
I've given
I
up
kept
on
thinking
USA.
we're close.
No.
The year we made it to the quarters, I was
No
like, and
way.
I think Belgium got us. I was like, okay, we're about to turn the corner. Then we got Pulisic. I was like, oh, here we are. Then we got more guys playing, in Europe,
Yeah.
and we still suck.
Yeah. Some of our
I
fun.
thought it was like, we had a bunch of MLS
Right.
guys. That's why. Now we got a bunch of European guys, and we still suck.
Yeah, I thought maybe we turned the corner like a lot of those fun babies that our GIs had out of wedlock all over the world that wound up being raised in other countries, but were eligible to play for America,
Right.
even though those kids had never even fucking been to the States. I thought, well, at least we got a bunch of European-born kids
Same.
now. Same result. Same
We
old BS.
suck.
We suck. USA men's soccer blows. Anyway, so no, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna pick a team right now.
No, for what?
I don't have time. Although I have more time now. I always said it was the radio show that kept me from really getting into soccer because no one cares about soccer outside of about 5% of the listening audience.
See, that was
And so it didn't behoove me to pay attention.
That was my
like it.
thing. Because anytime I tried,
Yeah.
everybody, oh my God, I'm tuning out. Y'all are talking soccer. So I just said, okay,
I don't give a shit about that. I don't care about the person that tunes out, but I still have to cater to the masses. You know?
Not the asses. Because then you get some guys like, why aren't y'all talking about the soccer?
Oh,
it's UEFA.
It's just stupid.
It's the tournament.
It's 2025 too. You know, at some point we have the same discussions about soccer as we did 30 years ago. It's dumb. Soccer's become a big sport, but it's still very niche-y. And that's unfortunate. And it doesn't help that our men's team blows. If I stopped doing this for a living, like I quit doing sports talk shows, although this one gives me, I have a lot more freedom doing this show than ever before.
Oh, way more. We can do what we want.
Like if I ever just had no job and I didn't really feel I wasn't obligated to watch the NBA or the NFL.
Same.
I'd watch soccer. And that might be all. I got burned there for a while, man. I got burned out on pro sports in this country.
Huh.
I really did.
My biggest ass whip is the NFL because
the product sucks. The games are boring.
They're not really good.
The games are terrible.
The games are not that good.
Terrible.
Like, again, thank God for gambling and fantasy football because without it, you got Cleveland and the Jaguars gets 22 million people because Jose and the crew got their mortgage on the game.
The NFL stinks.
The NFL is not a good product.
No, it's boring. And don't act like y'all love it. Very few people stop down and watch Steelers-Ravens on a random Sunday.
Unless you got money on it.
That's right. Or your starting quarterback's Aaron Rodgers this year. And even then, it's like, I mean, most NFL games literally put me to sleep, especially noon kickoffs.
Timbo's right.
I am beaten down.
On Sundays, I watch the Red Zone. I watch the Cowboys 3 hours because of what we do. And for the rest of the day, it's all Red Zone.
There's an ungodly amount of commercials. The product's boring because there's way too many effing teams.
Right.
Half the league gets hurt halfway through the season. It's just it's a shitty product.
Yeah.
Give me college football all day long over the NFL, and it ain't even close as far as my own personal entertainment value.
Well, see, even with college, it's still top 15 for me. I know every week matters for those top 15 teams, but I'm not watching San Diego State, Arizona State. But the top 15 teams, I'm tapped in because every week matters.
Right. Although now college football, they're trying to become boring like the NFL by adding all these fucking playoff games.
Yeah.
Which makes your regular season not count for very much. And they don't get the first bracket right. Just sports in this country, it's all become about business and money.
And
tournaments and playoffs, and it's the politics of it and what dudes are doing dumb shit today. It's just I've gotten a little better though. Doing this show with you has actually rekindled my sports fandom. But back when I was having to kill 3-hour radio shows a day and having to keep up with it more, it sucked, and I got burned out on pro football and just the pros.
To the point,
general.
I wouldn't tell people I was a sports talk host.
The games never mattered.
Yeah, I told people I'm an entertainer.
Yeah,
I'm not a sports analyst because I don't give a shit about 60% of it.
Right,
unless we're talking NBA. NBA, I'm an idiot. I'm a junkie. But everything else, I'm like, if I get to it.
So there it is. We both hate sports, but please watch our sports show.
We talk about the sports
works.
We talk about the sports that matter.
That's
we
correct.
talk about the games.
We talk about
winners. Talk about the stories that
talk
matter.
about losing. We talk about winners, Rudy. It's a show for winners. And we do our shows about winners. It's hosted by winners. It's for winners, and our supporters are winners, like SunSafe Auto Solutions. Okay, set this up for me. How'd this go yesterday?
Yeah, so SunSafe, they had reached out to me and they were like, "Hey, Rudy, maybe you want us to do your Tundra." I was like, "Nah, I think I'd rather y'all come out and tempt my wife's mobile boutique parked at 1604 Cantina out of Marbach called Chic in Motion because she has a mini split and she has a portable AC, but it still gets really hot because that sun just beams down on those huge windows you see there.
Yeah.
So my man Leroy hit me up. He said, "All right, I'll be there Thursday at 1:30. and I'll let you tell him what they did. I'll let Leroy tell y'all what they did.
On in the
All right, the time has come. SunSafe Auto Solutions came out to Chic Emotion out here at 1604 Cantina. My man Leroy showed up. Leroy, tell him what you're going to do today to cool my wife's bus down.
So basically, as you guys have known, if you've heard the show, we do architectural, commercial, residential film for windows businesses. We also do the auto solutions, which is window tint, PPF. And we also have the armoring division as well. But what we're going to do today is we were going to go, I'm pretty sure you heard him say 66% heat rejection. That's the automotive tint. So what I'm going to do for his vehicle, since it's a little business, what we're going to do is we're going to tint it with residential window film. So the stuff that we would put on your window if your living room or your kitchen had a patio view and heat always comes through your window, we're going to knock this out with a, we call it a dark neutral 15, which is a 99% UV rejection, and it has 75% heat rejection.
So what he just said is if you need it at your home, which we haven't stressed enough on the show, we can also, SunSafe can also come out to your home. Because a lot of these new homes have these huge windows, and there's really no curtain for it, but y'all can fix that. And that's pretty much what we're doing for the bus today.
Right now, we're about to knock out your heat problem through the back, and we're going to throw like I said, a dark neutral 15 window film on that, on the back windows.
SunSafe Auto Solutions, Chic Emotion. Let's see what happens. So what I found, I mean, we knew, but I think one thing that, other people should know, maybe you already have tint on your car, they do residential, and that's what they used on her bus. They used the residential 75% heat protection tint. So a lot of these new homes, when you shopping for a home with Jay Ribaldo and you got a bunch of huge windows and you don't want to buy these huge ass curtains for them, hit up SunSafe. They'll come out to your residence and tint those windows. It's going to keep your AC bill down, things of that nature. So shout out to SunSafe for really being a one-stop shop. And Leroy let me know, as 21 for Life found out, if you mention in the building, they're going to give you a little something off.
Nice. All right. If you're going to do business with our companies, mention us.
Right.
How do they know that they're getting an ROI? How do you know you might not, you might get a discount. You might get a hookup. All right. So mention us if you do business at SunSafe, whether you do the auto, your business, a bus. What he used the residential tint on Chic in Motion, which was very good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you to SunSafe for going out and taking care of Mrs. Johnson. All right.
Thank you, Perky Sanderson. We love you too, sir.
Not trying to get all up in your business, but I know that it wasn't long ago that some asshole broke into the bus.
Yeah.
Everything turned out okay with that?
Yeah, everything's good.
Did she re-get some of those clothes? Or at least buy some new ones with the insurance money?
It is what it is.
Golly,
with the deductible didn't really make sense. But but now we're taking different measures that I won't speak on. But
very good. Yeah. Are you finally you gonna be a real Texan?
I'm a real Texan.
Put you 45 in that motherfucker, ready to roll.
I'm a real Texan.
Your ass.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't need an ID, just get you a gun.
In Texas, we promote that.
You're damn right. All right, and we promote paying us money. Would you like to tip this program? Please feel free to do so. Donate via the Super Chat, which no one has so far today, I don't think. Where's our tips at? Y'all tip baristas.
My tip's in my pants.
For doing very little work. It's a weird world where even when you order at the counter now, without a waiter, they still want you to tip them simply for taking your order.
They put it up there. They turn it around and they look away.
Oh, here's a question for you. Oh, my answer's no.
Yeah, they turn around. They turn the screen around and they look away.
I am not tipping someone simply for taking my number and ringing me up. I'm not doing that. That ain't on me that your boss is cheap as fuck and you live in America where wages are cheap. And we don't pay our workers what they're worth.
It depends on my financial stability at the time. Like if I had a good in the building week, give you a couple bucks. If it's not a big pay week for in the building, I say zero.
This is you tip places like us. We actually provide you a service.
Right.
We beat you over the head with amazing talk. We kick ass. We're intelligent. We're innovators. We're the coolest 50-year-old gut-bellied dads in town. God dang it, and get your ass in here and tip us for entertaining you. And you can also buy us coffee.
You all right, Rudy? Rudy, I just choked.
He choked up.
50 gut belly when I had water got me.
Our people make bootlegs of our company and rip it in Vegas
Right.
while wilding out on their anniversary. This is who you need to tip. Thank you. And I noticed that Bookie's about to launch the Buy Me a Coffee link up there. All right.
Now, speaking of paying, one thing I do,
Yep.
I'm proud of myself for, maybe in the past 3 months, again, I'm years late. I'm an old man. I finally do tap to pay with my phone, and I feel so cool when I do it. I'm like, ding, and I'm like, yeah,
With your
man.
phone?
I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
man, I'm doing
Nice.
it. I'm cool.
The next
That's-
step.
Nothing says you're old as F
Yes.
when you get hype about something that people have been doing for 5 years.
Here's
Yeah.
what makes you sound older. When you're like me and refuse to do
See, I
it.
know.
ain't doing
I was
that
the same.
shit.
So it was a couple times I was like, babe, transfer money to the other account. This is why I really did it. Transfer money to the other account. I don't have the other card.
Mhm.
Why don't you just get Tap? I keep telling you to get Tap. I don't want to feel like doing this. Get Tap. And then my 60-year-old, Dad, you still don't have Tap? Why don't you? Blah, blah, blah. And then when I finally did it, I was like, "Ba-king," and I'm like, oh yeah, man, I'm cool.
It doesn't go pa-king, pa-king. So Nina taps all day, man. I'm
Nina's
like,
a
man,
tapper?
Oh, yeah, millennials.
Are your twins tappers?
Yes.
They're
Well,
tappers.
here's the thing. So
I mean, it's your money, but
because
they're
I'll
tappers.
send money to their wallets,
Yo, my
their
God.
digital wallet.
Oh, I downloaded my concert tickets to my wallet. No,
Right,
I need my
yeah.
tickets in my hand.
So-
I'm 50.
I don't tap unless I have to. Like the last time we went to the Spurs game, I had to because the tickets got sent to my wallet. Right. I have figured out this year how to put my USAA card onto my phone.
Yeah, see, me too.
Right.
It was a whole thing.
Finally
right?
figured that
You felt
out.
good
I
about
don't
yourself.
love
didn't you?
doing it,
Me neither.
but I can if I have to.
I just
would
feel
rather
like
not.
only reason why I just feel like first of all we're already so hyper exposed to fraud.
Right.
I feel like it being on my phone exposes me more. I feel
Right.
naked.
And USAA, they get ripped off every 3 months. I see in the paper where
You see?
USAA's been frauded
Or
again.
your Cash App or your Zelle. Like I'm already in my chones.
Yeah.
With the tap, I feel naked, but I also
Right.
feel cool.
We're so sorry, but yeah, the whole world's got your ID.
Yeah.
Sorry, USAA's
Yeah.
working to fix it. Okay.
I told my wife, I was like, babe, I'm really enjoying tap. She rolled her eyes. Like, fool, I told you that shit 3 years ago.
I have now gotten used to taking out my debit card and tapping the debit card
You baby steps.
instead of like sticking it up in there
Yeah.
or running it through the deal.
Right.
As I had to get used because I can't go 2 years. I finally get used to something and they change it up on me.
Mm-hmm.
It used to just be the card. Then they got the chip. Oh, then they had the seal. They had the back. They had the
swipe.
The swipe.
Then the tap.
and then the chip. And now
Oh, yeah.
just tap the card up there.
And now tap your phone.
Yeah, but now I ain't tapping the phone. As soon as I get used to that, they'll move on to something
There's gonna be
else.
something else.
Shit.
They're gonna scan your eyes.
Whole Foods does your palm now.
Whole Foods. When
That's bullshit. That's of the devil. God don't want us doing that. I ain't doing that shit. No, that's a revelation. You start tapping. They say that when the Antichrist comes back, he may have already be born. He's gonna have the mark of the beast, Rudy. It's in Revelation. He's gonna have 666
I
on his
agree.
head.
There's not a lot that I agree
Yeah.
with on that, but
And
I
they're
agree
gonna
with
start
that.
putting microchips in your skin and shit like that to pay. Get the fuck out. That's the sign of the
What do you
times.
pay with when you go in those random Amazon stores? Because there's no one in there. How do you pay? You just
I don't
see
go into them. Oh, I will not go into a place that does not have a human in there.
there's not a human. Some of those Amazon stores don't have humans.
I've walked out of Taco Bell because they didn't have a human. I ain't doing that shit.
Oh damn.
Nah. And then I got to sit there and like do my own
Yeah.
order and scan the fucking thing, and you can see all the nasty fingerprints all over it. No.
I know exactly what
No.
Taco Bell is referring to.
On
It's
days of
very funny.
I-10 and Days of Allah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't doing that shit. It's right there by that little Walmart. I went in
Yeah.
there and we walked right out. I ain't doing that. I'm not. There's just some things that we don't need. Technology's leading us to the end times. AI is going to take us over. We just had right now we have Iran and Israel are about to go to
Oh,
fucking
my God,
war,
dude.
and now the whole world knows that we're the ones that gave Israel the intelligence and where to bomb in Iran. We're about to go to war with everybody.
Yeah,
I ain't tapping.
yeah, dude.
I damn sure ain't putting no fucking microchip in my skin. I ain't gonna tap my palm at the Whole Foods.
2016. Yeah, 2016. We went to Disney World, and Disney is genius because they give you that bracelet, and there's no way to track the bracelet
Right.
until the end of your weekend, and you're like, I didn't spend no freaking $1,000. Are y'all kidding me? So you just walk around, margarita, $30 chicken strips, $40 burger,
Yep.
and then next thing you know, they're like, "Sir, your bill is $1,000." I looked at my wife. I said, "What? How did this happen?" That's a genius bit by Disney. I ain't been back. I told you it's 2016.
Fast pass.
Yeah.
Perky Sanderson's in the building on the Pub Sports chat side. Thanks for jumping in here on the Pub Sports side.
Yeah, shout out to Pub.
Let's see. One World Series, I did the first digital ticket that I ever used, and I was so drunk before the game, I left my phone in the Uber from the bar to the stadium. I want hard tickets only. Damn. Well, that's what
maybe you shouldn't drink so
you got
much,
too
Perky.
drunk. You
But
got
his
that shit faced
profile
before the
pic,
game?
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was 2 beers, cheers, and it's actually a San Diego.
The Cubs finally make it to the World Series, and you wind up too shit-faced to enjoy the game, man. I'd have gotten drunk after when they won or lost.
Yeah.
Depending upon which one.
I've been to a World Series game.
No, I had to use my damn phone.
It was
to pay for
Astros
fucking Spurs.
Braves.
Mhm.
Braves got in that ass, and not the way you like.
No Vaseline.
Wow.
No Vaseline. All right, what else today?
Oh, that's
It
what
is-
that song's
it is
about.
in the building. Yes,
Yeah,
it's about butt raping.
Lyrically.
Ice Cube was upset with
Lyrically.
all the people that messed him over when he was with NWA, which is why he quit the band early.
Jose, what does NWA stand for out loud?
I
Don't
can't
say it.
Oh,
I don't have. I look mixed, unfortunately, for my sake, because everyone's like, "Oh, you black." I'm like, no, actually, I'm not. I'm just finished one. It's whatever. It's fun. It's a good time.
Okay.
Sorry,
Thank
that was
you
just
for
me
that.
word vomiting.
Thank you for that, John Henry fan. All right, man. What else is in the news today? So I do need Bouquet to help me out. For one,
Okay.
okay, once and for all, tell me what the hell this means. When I see today that according to DraftKings, the odds of Kevin
you
Durant,
got that picture? Put that
the
picture
odds
up there,
of
Jose.
KD being traded to the Spurs is minus 160.
Sure.
Okay, what the fuck does that mean?
Yes, enlighten us non-gamblers.
Well, let me give the odds here.
Yeah, give 'em.
So
There it
Bouquet's flashing the odds. According to DraftKings, the odds that Kevin Durant winds up a Spur are negative 160. The odds he goes to the Rockets are plus 600. Phoenix, staying in Phoenix is plus 800. He ain't staying in Phoenix. And then the Knicks are plus 800.
Knicks have no
Explain
shot.
what the frick that means. What's negative
Yeah,
60 and
help
plus
us.
600 and all that shit?
Yeah, so he's a very big favorite to go to the Spurs, is what that
I
means.
get that, but tell me what 160 means.
It means you have to
Where'd
bet
they come up with that?
$160 to win 100. You know?
So those odds are great that he's going to be a Spur.
Okay,
Yes.
so if I bet 100 on Houston, I win 600?
Yep.
Oh, that's might be
But
worth the
just
risk.
think about that though. Like you gotta bet 160 to get 100, so it's more risk than reward
Because it's so heavily
because
favored.
it's so heavy. Which you were told right here on this program on Friday afternoon that the deal was already done, and DraftKings seems to know as well.
Yeah.
Back to you, Michael.
Okay. Just so we're clear, because I went to public school here, and I made a lot of C's.
Sure.
Negative 160 means I have to bet 100. Just
160.
I have to bet 160 simply to get 100 back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then why would I do that? I lost $60.
Oh, you get your 160 back as well.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But let me ask you this:
But if
though.
I bet $100 on the Rockets, I win 6.
You win 700 with you win 6 and you get your money back.
So let's
Ah.
say this happens, Jose. These odds, where are they? What's the finish line? So let's say the season starts, right? And the trade still hasn't been done. Do I win my 800 because he's still with Phoenix, or what's the deadline? The actual trade deadline next February?
It depends with all books, but honestly, it could go like in perpetuity. to
Oh,
the
I could
16th.
actually tell my bookie, hey, if he's not traded to the anywhere by season opener,
Well,
that's the bet I want.
It's not about what you tell your bookie; it's what your bookie tells you.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but I would say for this example, if he stays on Phoenix till the beginning of the regular season, I bet you Phoenix plus 800 wins.
Now, also, if I make a bet today based on this odds, and then what I bet happens in 3 months, I get the money based on the day I made the bet, not how it changes over, right? Because
Yep.
the odds will change as
Yeah,
we
it
go.
could
here.
change.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. In horse racing, that's the big difference. But in sports betting, yeah, you get the odds you bet.
All right. And horse racing, it changes as the odds change?
Yep.
Oh, that's even more risky to bet on horses in
Oh, yeah.
advance anyway. Unless you're betting on them the day of the race, which is why people wait to the day of the race.
Right.
But, I mean, what else you bet? In horse racing, you're betting on races as they happen.
But like,
There's not potential trades that you're
Right.
betting on in horse racing.
No, but I could bet like a race like for like hours in advance,
But
and then it can change from there.
But this is so strange to me, Mike. Is they're not even close as far as the Spurs.
Just way
like the Spurs are 1 and Houston way down here at 2.
What an ass whip. he better not come here. I'm not going to be happy at all if he winds up here. I just don't see the point.
Well, you know, Mike, I want you to keep the reason I want you to keep this energy, and it's not bait, it's not you trolling, because Kevin will respond to you, and we need that here on In the Building.
That is true.
I've talked to him before a couple of times.
I've talked to Kevin.
I interviewed him at the All-Star game when he was Durantula, when he was at Oklahoma. And I had courtside seats once when the Thunder were in town, and I'm like, hey, me and my buddies. And he turns around, and we just gave him the hook 'em horns. So we have had communication with him.
I pissed him off in a playoff press conference.
Oh, imagine that. What? KD got upset with a question?
Yeah.
Oh.
Before the game started, he said, sometimes me and Westbrook, we get into it, we want to rip each other's heads off. And in that game that they lost to the Spurs, they had words. And so I said, Kevin, Rudy, 760 ticket 760. Was tonight one of those nights where you and Westbrook wanted to rip each other's heads off? Next question.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, wait, you said it. I just followed up like a good reporter should. I was like, was tonight one of those nights? They were sitting there bitching at each other. So I just asked him based off of what he had told us. Mm-hmm. And he got all mad at me. Told me next question. Made me waste my question. You don't get to come back around. Made me waste my question.
I was told that Greg Popovich is still in charge. Is that true? Or is he just a figurehead president of ops now? Is Pop making the big? Where's the buck stop? Pop? Brian Wright?
I think
collaborative effort?
Pop is such a stand-up human being. I do feel like he's out of the way. I think he'll give his opinion, but he says, this is what I think, but ultimately it's on you, Brian.
I just don't see
I don't think he's giving I don't think he's making the calls. I really think it's
There's nothing
Brian.
about Kevin Durant that says that's a spur. And I know you
I hate that.
I know you do. But so often over the years, and the only reason why this is even a thing is because this is what they have said.
Right.
We want people to come in here and do things how we do.
Right.
In the Spurs image. Burner phones, jumping teams every 2 years. He hadn't been happy in 10 fucking years. Well, he was unhappy in Oklahoma. He bitched his way to the Thunder, to the Warriors. They win a couple of championships. He can't hack the front runner label, so he bails on the Warriors in the middle of their run, bitches his way, gets what he wants, winds up in Brooklyn at his behest.
And they hired Steve Nash because he wanted him.
Because he was dumb enough to think that Steve Nash could be a coach. That lasted no time at all.
And then Kyrie was like, I ain't taking the vaccine. I just won't play.
And so now he's not happy there. You're the one that wanted to go there. And so they agreed to trade you again. You handpicked the Suns. And 2 years later, you ain't happy there. I just don't think you're a happy person in general.
Well, maybe
nothing satisfies this dude.
Well, maybe
nothing
he'll
about
be
him that says he's a Spur.
Well, maybe he'll be a Spur if he would sleep with a teammate's wife.
Whoa.
Oh, bang, bang.
That was one time. It was 16 years ago.
Oh, shit.
And they handled it. They just didn't handle it in the media.
Yeah, this will be Brent Barry's last season with San Antonio. So
people are still going to be humans.
No, I know. I'm kidding.
No, it's just he's not. He doesn't. There's nothing about him, and he's 37, and he's $50 million in salary, and he won't even be in the fucking league in 18 months.
No,
Again, what is the point?
Is there anything that he could do to get you to be on his side?
They have to win 15 games. How many games did they win this year?
34.
They have to win minimum 49 games, and they have to win a playoff series before I will say that I was wrong.
Damn, Mike, you got to
wait a minute. That's Kevin Durant, Rudy. If he can't win one playoff series, what is the point?
Mr. Shaolin Wu-Tang Clan supposed to win it.
What is the point if he can't get us to a first-round series victory? If it's all on Wemby, then again, what is the point to bring Kevin Durant in?
No, I'm saying Wemby's got to do his thing.
There's no point to bring him in at this point. I think it's a terrible thing, unless we don't do that Spurs way anymore. And maybe the Kevin Durant trade is about getting that fucking arena built. Are we turning into the Dallas Cowboys?
I'm not mad
Let's
at
go
that.
bring in big name players so we can get the taxpayers to
I'm not
ante
mad.
up 2 more cents a month.
I'm
Pull up that interview with Peter J. Holt,
Yeah.
Bouquet. Tell me when you got it ready to roll. So is it possible, and I said this last night, I did that, I was on that Locked On Spurs show with Jeff on Kins.
Oh, you were? Cool.
And so I said this last night, the Spurs have turned into like AD and BC. Like
What do you mean?
BC is when Tim Duncan was here.
Yeah, for sure.
But now it's been 7 years, Timmy ain't here no more, right? And so you can't operate your business the way you could staunchly when Tim Duncan was a
We
player.
don't need to be on screen. Yeah.
With Tim Duncan
No,
off,
it's totally. You got to loosen the reins.
so you
on
got to
who you
loosen the
bring in.
reins. So maybe that means you bring in big names because you're trying to get an arena built. Maybe you make exceptions for Wemby because you want to keep him happy. The reasons you bring in KD, I guess, is because it shows Wemby that you're trying.
And he's also averaged 27 points.
And because now okay, great. He
I'm
averaged
just saying.
27 points for the last 6 years
Devin
for
Vassell-
shitty teams.
Well, if Wemby is who he say he is, then it'll help.
Well, then why, if you put it all on Wemby?
I'm not putting it on Wemby. I'm saying I'd rather have Kevin Durant than Devin Vassell. I don't think that's like a stretch.
Okay.
That's not a
KD plays
stretch.
no D.
He does.
He's
Kevin
also
Durant plays
old,
defense.
And you're not paying Devin. You paid Devin 30. Kevin makes 50.
I know.
I just don't understand. I don't understand why now. All right, you have this thing. KSAT did a little piece last night, or two. This is actually, I think, 2 nights ago. KSAT, they were able to get in the face of Peter J. Holt and listen to Peter talk about how very important it is that the public.
That's right, because the other day we did Twitter. It's not on, but we got to stop doing
Why
Twitter.
doesn't Twitter videos work on our system?
It's a great question.
And what do I have to do to make that
Because
happen?
we just did the other one. He was fine.
I guess we have to download it from Twitter and get the actual video file.
Okay.
There you go. Guillermo's got your back.
Oh,
But there's Twitter
Ruben's in
captions.
here. Buki was having such a great week.
That's the second time we tried with Twitter, though, so I'm not going to put that on Buki.
Wait a minute. So explain that to me, because why can't we play a Twitter video?
I want the audio part. I don't know.
Yeah,
What do you
audio just won't feed through the video or for the video, I guess.
Is there you said you can download it? There's a way to make it work?
Yeah, I'll have to find a way to download it. Yeah.
Okay, well then, all right. All he said was
What'd he say?
it requires there's a collaborative effort,
Right.
which means the citizens also have to help us build the arena.
I'm cool with that.
Yes. We're
I don't
talking
think that's a
about a
no-brainer.
couple of pennies, and they're going to charge the tourists. They're going to up the tourism tax, probably mostly, which is what they've done in the past when they built
Right.
that barn over there in the hood back in 2000 or whatever it was.
Right.
You know?
Which it should never been put there. We wouldn't even be in this situation.
Is it possible they want KD to make building the new arena
That's why Jerry hired Bill
more
Parcells.
possible? Yeah, we know for a fact that's why he did it. Jerry even told those 2 guys in the bar that night, we had to bring Parcells' ass in here so we get that staging built. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
man.
that where the Spurs are now? Because I can't think of a lot of basketball reasons why you bring in KD.
Basketball? Oh, to me it makes sense. It makes sense business-wise, it makes sense basketball-wise. But again, if it doesn't happen, I'm not losing a wink of sleep. But if it happens, I'm cool with it.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm not like, gosh damn it, I can't believe we didn't get. No, that's not gonna be me. if it doesn't happen.
What I'm going to say is, okay, what next? Because he's not going to be a guy that comes in here and just makes you're not going to win 15 more games.
Right.
Maybe now here's what they don't have. The reason why it makes some basketball sense is because they're one of the worst jump shooting teams in the league. This team can't shoot. They're one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the league.
Right.
And that's the most important thing you can do in modern basketball is make 3-point shots.
Especially today, yeah.
And they're terrible at it. And
Not
so
very
I
good.
guess Kevin Durant comes in and immediately becomes your sharpshooter out on the wings. And maybe because and they do have good defenders. They've got Wemby, and Castle plays good defense. So, okay.
And again, it might not happen. Again, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. The Spurs
according to
name,
DraftKings, it's done.
Yeah, the Spurs name is going to be in every huge trade offer because they have the most to offer. So it doesn't mean this is going to happen.
But for whatever reason, he's so linked to us.
Yeah, Wendy's linked Giannis to us and KD, Shams both, DraftKings, Buki, everybody's linked KD to us because, again, we have the picks and we have some decent role players that will fit somewhere else.
Maybe if he stays healthy, which is a giant if because he's old, and that's old people get hurt.
I need Kevin to play 60 games and be ready for the playoffs. That's it.
If he only plays in 60, they may not win enough to get to the playoffs.
That's fair.
I just don't understand. So maybe if he stays healthy, which is a massive if at his age, he makes a bunch of threes. He frees up space for others because now you can't go double team anybody because you have to account for Kevin Durant. You got D Fox in his first full year with the Spurs. He's got to have a whole training camp now. He's got a whole season now. Steph Castle now understands what the NBA looks and smells like. He's in year two.
Steph Castle. I just saying Steph Castle, Fox, KD, Wemby, Sohan. I like my chances.
You've got defenders because you're gonna be playing with 4 when Kevin Durant's on the court because you don't play D. But they've got good guys on defense. I'm trying to be positive here.
No, you're not.
The negatives for me outweigh the positive. I am too. I'm not trying to just shit on the whole thing. I'm not going to be that guy.
No,
it's
fine if you do though. If that's how you feel about it, shit on
it. But I don't feel there are some cons. I mean, there are some pros. The cons they far outweigh the pros.
I think some of it. I think a good 12% of. I think you don't like him
personally.
I wouldn't say personally because we don't know him personally, but you just don't like what you've seen from him over his career. And that has something to do with you not wanting him here because of because you're just looking at the Equifax. You're looking at the TransUnion. You're saying no.
Mm-hmm. Well,
you know what I mean?
There's other guys in the league that I don't really care for, but they could come here and help us be awesome.
Right.
I don't care for. Hey, don't blame me that KD's got thin skin.
Yeah,
and gets
no,
pissed
that's what I'm
off
saying.
all the time, and he's never
his credit
happy.
report. It's his credit report.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bad credit buildup, and he ain't won shit in years.
Neither have we.
Well, I guess it's a match made in Loserville.
Match made in Loserville.
Match made in Loserville. No matter what happens, I'll be watching games this year, hoping they get over the hump.
Yeah, Guillermo, maybe we should try and get Luka.
The draft's around the corner. I doubt we're going to get Luka. We got to figure out what we're going to do on draft night. Slackers might be a good option.
Slackers might be a good option, but I got to go out there the very next day, so we'll see.
All right, what's the next day? That's that party, right?
That's the 13-year anniversary.
Yeah,
well, great
that
segue.
I'm definitely going to that. That happens to be so the draft's the 25th, which means on the 26th, we got the 13-year birthday of the Slackers North Star Mall location back behind the mall on Rector. They're going to have a big, huge celebration that night.
13 years in business.
13 years, man. Most companies don't make it 3 years. This is year 13 for Slackers. They have 5 locations, but we're going to focus on the one by North Star Mall, the official sports bar in the building. All 5 Slackers, but 13-year party. Come join us. We're going to have vendor experiences, which means a bunch of people outside, door prizes, giveaways, special appearances by maybe us, DJs, and Moss. And good time. We'll go over there and overreact to whatever the Spurs do in the first round of the draft the night before. But that is the night of the second round, So that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
I've never in my life watched the second round of the NBA draft.
Tony Parker? No. Monty Ginobili? DeJuan Blair. You can find guys in the second round.
Draymond, Joker,
Yeah. Absolutely. So celebrate it with us at Slackers.
Gilbert Arenas.
That next night. Oh, will we be celebrating KD's arrival?
That's when they're supposed to announce it.
We'll see. So anyway, whatever goes down, we're going to be wishing happy birthday to Slackers on the 26th. All right. Come see our live show.
Please.
The live show.
Damn walk uptown.
June 21 at Lion and Rose Pub. So before the Slackers' birthday. So it's a week from tomorrow. God almighty.
Don't remind me.
All right. 5 o'clock's the VIP in the bus. We got a cool bus they're going to stick out in the lot of Lion and Rose Pub off of I local comedian. We'll have a couple of stand-up comics. Then Rudy and I will have our live concert that night around 7:30, 8 o'clock, and do our deal till we get tired. Should be a fun night at Lion and Rose Pub. Please buy tickets. Bouquet will just link the ticket link to our chat on the Love You Hard chat site. So I'm excited. This is the first one, so to me, it's no fail. We're starting off. We're an expansion. So this is something that it's. And I was talking about this last night on Ken's because he asked me about it. We're kind of jumping off a cliff here, me and Rudy. This is outside of what anything we've ever done in our careers. You may have done something more similar to this. I have not.
I haven't.
This is not your typical old school radio remote that we used to do.
No.
This is a performance. It's an on the stage with mics performance. What I think would be cool as we get going, and that's the reason I wanted a couple of the stand-up comics to come
Do a
in,
little Q&A also?
Yeah. But I think I would like to see us get to a point where we've got a couple of comics, maybe a band.
I
singer,
definitely want live music.
Or
Next
maybe we got
one we got to have a band.
a magician, celebrity appearance. I want it to be like an
chick
old
with 3 tits.
Well, I would like a 3-titted chick. I'm talking about like an old vaudevillian type. Just a bunch of different cool things.
Yeah, and then we close it.
That'd be cool. Yeah, right? Just have a bunch of shit. We're just part of a bill of entertainment.
This is what you call a soft opening.
Okay.
And then you do the grand opening.
Yeah.
Like when a business opens, they're like, oh, we're going to do our soft opening. We're just going to invite a few people.
Right.
And then you roll out the grand opening. Grand opening, definitely.
Right. Yes. And by the way, that night, Rudy and I are going to make a major, major announcement. The night of the live show.
Oh,
a major, major announcement.
Shit, you're right.
The time has come that we need to make this announcement. And with our live show being next Saturday, we might as well just roll it into that.
Why not?
All right. And then once we make said major announcement at the live show, I think y'all are going to be excited. I'm excited. I'm actually like for real, like smiling. It makes me smile to think of this announcement. I'm excited for this announcement we're making.
Right.
So a week from tomorrow night, at Lion and Rose Pub, I-10 and Bernie Stage, Rudy and I, our live show, we may have a massive, major announcement that night.
Andrew G. and Pub says, hole in one at the U.S. Open. Well, hey, Andrew, that's the only way they can keep from getting double bogey out at that shit show that is the U.S. Open.
San Antonio's own Patrick Reed had an albatross yesterday.
From 286,
that was
3 wood,
badass.
dunked that bitch.
Yeah.
From 286, that is stupid. And I hate Patrick Reed, but that's stupid.
People want to know if you'll give them a reach around the night of the live show.
Depends on what you paying.
Hey, it's an out of the box kind of show.
Depends on what you paying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, VIP is a lot for a reason.
Correct.
You relax, sir. You don't speak for me.
You got to pay. You got to pay to
get a reach around.
Yeah, what? $100.
And most of y'all can't even reach around. Most of y'all. 1, your things are 2 inches, and 3, your belly's too big. So most of y'all don't even qualify for a reach around. Because I got alligator arms. So I can't reach around your 350-pound ass and touch that small thing.
Gross. Yeah. This is so gross. How many shows in a row are going to – it's my fault. I brought this up.
You did. You were so easily distracted.
How many shows are we going to go in a row here where we talk about men giving each other a reach around?
I know. I don't know.
Not enough, honestly.
Not enough, honestly.
Sorry. Panthers in
you know
7.
I'm cruising out of this topic.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
That's what I said. Panthers in 7. Go ahead,
we can talk hockey. Okay.
I don't care.
I have a request, though.
Bookie wants some money. What's the request?
We can get into hockey in a minute. So before I forget, I need we got a buddy that needs a place that buys cars. Remember Carzeus? You and I both used to promote Carzeus.
We made Carzeus some money.
Yeah.
Both of us.
So a dude reaches out to me this week, and so his mom just passed.
Damn.
And he's got her car, and they don't need it.
Oh, okay.
And he would like to offload it. So he's like posted it or whatever. I don't know if he's put it in Auto Trader or whatever.
We'll give him a segment on here. We'll sell it for him.
Well, I'm saying he's looking for a place that will buy cars. Carzeus used to be a major player with me and Rudy, but what they did was they built that sucker up and then sold it to a company out in California that liquidated it. He cashed out.
Yeah, Cali.
That's what I'm hoping to do with Love You Hard TV.
Same. No shit.
But if anyone knows of a good place that'll buy pre-owned cars that's in great shape, hit me up on a DM. Just wanted to throw that out there real quick. All right, you want to talk hockey? We can talk hockey.
No, I just know that Bookie's Edmonton Oilers tied the series.
How much money's on the line for you?
Probably $12.
I bet them in the preseason 25 to win 200. And
Preseason you took Oilers to win it all.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a preseason bet. Oh,
nice.
Yeah, nice work.
Yeah,
dude.
as soon as they lost the finals last year, I bet them again.
All right. So you're standing to win how much if they win the series?
I bet on them every game too. So like $300, $400.
Okay, last night was big.
Oh yeah,
for Edmonton.
Yeah,
the series was about to be over. Florida whipped their ass 6-1 in game 3 to go up 2-1. Last night, Florida goes up 3-0 in the first period. It's like, okay, Florida's.
And you thought it was a wrap.
This is a wrap, and so the Edmonton coach yanks the goaltender, swaps him out. And the fucking Oilers come all the way back, tie it, force overtime, and win 5-4 in OT last night.
That's insane.
So now the series is tied at 2.
There's nothing like playoff hockey.
Dude, this is the same two teams last year where Florida went up 3-0. Edmonton won 3 straight games to tie it at 3-3 to try to make massive history, only to have Florida beat their ass in Game 7. I still think the Panthers are the best team. I still think they're going to win, but Edmonton is not. They refuse to die.
Yeah, that's some hockey dudes, man. There's no quit.
Is this the first time in you guys' life that the NHL finals are as big, if not bigger, than the NBA finals?
Yes.
Are they? Wait a minute. Are they? What makes you think that? Have you seen ratings?
Well, first of all, the ratings for the NBA are the worst of all time, but that's for the NBA. But it's still probably a little bit higher than the hockey.
Go show me some ratings on the NHL finals.
And this has a lot to do with the teams, because if this was Lakers Celtics, we'd not having this conversation.
Of course, yeah.
So this has to do with no one cares about Oklahoma and Indiana.
Right. I think by the way, I think this series has been awesome.
Me too.
The NBA finals.
Me too.
Indiana, y'all are missing out. And this is
missing out on good basketball. This is someone right.
Here's the thing. I mean, I spent 10 minutes earlier bitching about how most pro sports leagues have become boring because I want to see good ball. This is good ball.
That's good ball.
This has been great ball. Game 3 was
it's new blood, great. Man. We need new blood.
Game 3 was awesome.
Yeah.
I think it was great. I mean, you got arguably the best coach in the league in Carlisle. Tyrese Halliburton has turned into a household name. Pascal Siakam is everything you want in a basketball player. And then you got SGA, who's the reigning MVP of the league. I mean, a bunch of old Spurs guys that learn how to run teams here that now run the Thunder.
Right.
And the games have been phenomenal.
Right.
Clutch shots, high-level basketball. That was as high level as basketball can be played in Game 3 the other night. That was great.
And I'm not going to move the goalposts for the NBA because I'm an NBA, sheep. Because my man Centeno, Gene, says, NHL rates would be higher if it was on ABC, not TNT. But this is what I'll say about the NBA side of things. NBA's fan base watches it digitally on the YouTube side. So their numbers are going to be, their fan base is 18 to 25 and they don't watch television. But if you put their digital numbers side by side, NBA wipes their ass with the NHL. But we're talking about TV. And TV, I can see them being closer this year because NHL has a fan base that watches television.
I haven't seen any of the ratings.
And the NBA Game 1 was the lowest rated NBA final of all time.
I saw that.
Game 1.
I didn't pay attention
to Game 2 and 3.
I
never watch hockey. I don't see the hockey viewership numbers. I have no idea.
I assume the hockey's low, like always. It's probably about what it usually is.
6-7 million, which is great.
Maybe 2 to 3. Maybe
because I think Game 1 for the NBA Finals was 8.6. which is tough to be lower than Spurs Nets. It's tough. Those games were like 82 to 87.
Right, and that series also wasn't dealing with how much TV we have at our disposal now.
And Netflix and Hulu.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even on your phone,
Paramount.
and YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
Because now you can go watch the game on
Right.
YouTube without free throws,
Mhm.
timeouts.
Yeah, so a lot of part-time drive-by NBA fans are not watching this series, but for basketball fans, the basketball has been terrific.
It's solid.
It's been
Solid.
terrific. All right, so are you from the school? There's a thought today that if Indiana don't win tonight, they ain't winning the series. Because if Oklahoma can get that one, Oklahoma will cruise for the
Well, I
next
know
two.
Oklahoma's cooked that they don't. Oklahoma's in the must-win. Indiana is not. I don't agree with that at all.
But if
Oklahoma
wins
goes
tonight-
down 3-1, considering they've never been here,
Mhm.
and the nerves and everything that starts to kick in once you're facing elimination,
Yep.
they're cooked if they lose tonight. Again, we both took OKC, but the Pacers, we've seen this. You have to kill them. They're not
Mhm.
going to die.
That's right.
So if the Pacers, this is not a must-win for the Pacers. I
I
totally
agree.
disagree
I
with
agree. I agree with it too. I
that.
agree.
Totally.
Because we've seen the Pacers don't shit the bed in the winning time the
Speaking
way
of-
the Thunder do. The way the Thunder did in Game 3. The Thunder,
Yeah.
they got whooped by the Pacers in winning time the other night. Whooped
Let
their
me
ass.
give you some stats to make you,
All
you
right.
know, love on your boy Halliburton.
Hit me with some numbers
It
from my
just
man
Make-
Tyrese.
Mike has a love affair with Halliburton,
I
and
do
rightfully
love
so.
him.
We all should.
He's become a quick favorite of mine.
Crazy but true stat. Tyrese Halliburton has a total of 0 free throw attempts after the first 3 games of the final, yet he has scored the most points in a 3-game span in an NBA Finals without a free throw attempt.
Wow.
He ain't been to the line once.
Let me touch myself. He's
How do
great.
you not go to the line? How's he not been to the line? I know
don't-
he's gotten
I don't
fouled.
know. I don't know. It's a great ass question.
3 games again. 1. I got
And to
it.
be a star like that with the ball in your hands that much? Okay.
It's
That's
weird.
insane. Right.
It's like 1
That's
game,
crazy.
okay. 2, that's weird. 3, get the out of
Yeah,
here.
that's
He's been
nuts.
fouled on a shot.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's nuts. All right. So game 4 is tonight.
Yes.
We'll be by the channel for sure watching that. We'll see how things shake down over the weekend in the finals. All right.
What do you guys think the line is, real quick?
For tonight's game,
I want to say the
OKC.
Pacers 3. I mean, no, excuse me, OKC 3.
OKC by 8.
OKC 6.5.
Yeah.
Well, we're in the middle.
Yeah.
So they do have OKC favored tonight.
Yeah.
6.5.
6.5. Yeah.
Give me the Pacers to cover, but OKC wins.
I agree.
Give me the Pacers to cover the 6.5. Matter of fact, let me buy 2 points from you, bookie. Give me the pace. Let me buy 2 points. Give me OKC 8.5. Pacers cover. Let me buy 2 points though,
I'm
just
with
to be
that.
safe.
I will be betting the Pacers now because of you guys. So
Really?
Yeah.
I believe in your beginner's luck,
We're not beginners.
but you're beginner gamblers.
We're beginner gamblers. Right.
Yes, that's the point. I believe in that.
But
So
we
I'm
know,
on it.
but we're basketball fans and we know the game.
Sure. So
we
I'm
know
on
what
there.
we're looking for. So yes, it's
Right.
not just if Nina's betting on the Pacers.
Then that's something
That's
different.
That's Miyagi say you begin to look.
I would also accept Nina's bets as well.
All right,
That'd be awesome.
I would not. She don't know what she's talking about. All right, do you boys know who you should call
Okay.
if you need to get into the housing market?
I
Trivia
do.
question. Go answer. Go.
I don't.
Little short.
You son of a bitch.
little
Get
short-
out of here.
Little short Filipino.
Little
dude.
Filipino man. Always smells great. Always dressed
does.
tremendous.
You
He
know
does
it.
always smell
Always
great.
His cologne
dressed
is
great.
like $300-400 a bottle.
Dresses great.
That makes sense.
I don't know. I gotta ask him what that is. I've got Gucci
bro,
at
it's-
home.
it's-
He's got something a little higher.
It's
than
some
that.
shit from Neiman Marcus, Saks. Jay's not slumming around here. You got to be
Yeah.
on point.
All right. This man right here is the preeminent, premier real estate man in Bexar County. Now that don't mean he can do business all over.
Right.
He's licensed in a lot of places, but we'll concentrate on Bexar County today. If you're looking for a place to live, a place to buy, or maybe you're looking to list something. A lot of people don't have time to list homes in the spring.
No.
Summer times when they ask, okay, let's get this house thing going. Let's list our house. This is the man you need to call. I've used this analogy before. If you don't have the right quarterback, it don't matter how many good linebackers you have. If you've got good wide receivers, it don't matter if you've got a spare quarterback, because so many people deal with a real estate transaction like buying or selling a house, the most important human being you can have is the agent. The agent is the quarterback in this analogy. If you ain't got the right agent, it don't matter if you got good receivers and running backs.
Yeah, I always say,
Jay's the guy.
just get started.
Just get started. Jay, we had a guy a couple of months, last month, was scared to death, didn't know if he'd ever qualify, never even thought he could buy a house, thought, why the hell? He saw one of our commercial spots for Jay, decided, I got nothing to lose. All I can do is say no, calls Jay. A month later, he's getting ready to close on a house he never thought he could afford.
Awesome.
Jay Ribaldo, 210-887-1081. Check out all of Jay's listings at Ribaldo.com. It is Ribaldo.com.
I got a quick question.
Yes,
and we'll move
sir.
on. I just saw a commercial, and I have to know, chat, Pub Sports, Michael, Jose, who are the Neanderthals? Who are the cavemen that are keeping Long John Silver's open?
I didn't know we had that.
That's what I just saw. Long
In
John
San
Silver's
Antonio?
commercial. Who are the Neanderthals that are still keeping Long John Silver's? Like, I've seen a million businesses go away in the last 2-3 years. Like every Dollar General, Dollar this, Bed Bath, like all these businesses are closing. Who are the Neanderthals keeping Long John Silver's open?
The
recession-proof.
the fat asses that you can't do a reach around on.
Recession-proof Long John.
Whoa,
Well, look.
we have Long John Silver's in this town.
Look,
I'll be damned.
well, damn, the first 4 people that responded said they love it.
6. There's 6 in San Antonio. And there's-
Who's eating
Whoa.
there?
These weirdos. Roji.
Me.
Raul.
The drug cartel.
Steve Camacho says the batter carries them. Ruben says,
Oh,
whoa,
Ruben just
whoa,
threatened
don't F
us.
with.
Oh, Ruben's threatening you to talk shit about Long John's guys. What are we doing?
What are y'all doing? There's
What
plenty
are
of
we
places where you can
doing?
go get real fish. Not ones that come out of people's butts.
Guys, this is fish that they catch in Galveston Bay. And y'all know what's in Galveston Bay. Dookie. That's what's in Galveston Bay. What are we doing? Every once in a while, Ruben,
I'm sorry.
no.
I got
Never-
off the. I
never-
just saw the commercial.
Never,
I was-
ever.
Yeah, I haven't had
Never, ever.
Long Johns in 15,
And
20
look,
years.
and I'm not trying to come off as elitist. I'm not saying you need to go to Bob's and get the sea bass. I mean, fucking shit. Laguna Madre is shit tons better. The Bill Miller one, the Laguna Madre.
Yeah, that's
it's
solid.
better.
That's solid fish.
What are we doing?
And y'all, I'm sorry. I know it's
Wow.
a San Antonio
I didn't
staple.
know we had Long John
Fred's
Silver.
is nasty.
Fred's is disgusting.
It's nasty.
Almost cost me my relationship.
What?
Nina,
What? Because she was like,
she found out one day that I'm like, baby, I ain't never. She's talking about Fred's. I'm like, I ain't never had that. She got legit mad.
because you consider yourself like San Antonio.
Right.
Like, I'm home. This is my home.
So
I'm
we
here.
got in the car immediately, drove down to some old dank ass place.
What did you give it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Negative 0. 0.
And what did
0
she
to
say?
the
Was she
third
mad
power.
at the fact you
No,
didn't like it?
she agrees it's not amazing, but it's traditional.
It's traditional. I used to eat it a lot when I first started dating my wife because I never had it. Then when I started dating my wife, she took me and I was like, okay, I get it. It's fresh. It's a staple.
Fuck Fred's fish fry.
That's just nasty.
It's a lot of F's.
That shit's nasty.
And I'm also mad at them for suing that kid that redid their logo in a Spurs jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they got mad and sued the kid, tried to ruin his life. Jeez. Look, man. okay,
I've never seen more than 3 cars in that parking lot.
Let's find some happy medium here. Long John Silver's is better than Fred's.
Yes. And I don't even
And
F
I
with
will
Long
not
John.
eat that.
I don't eat Long John Silver's, but it's 5 times better than Fred's.
Right.
It's not even close.
Correct. Being puro don't mean that we're going to pretend things are good when they're
Right.
not.
Another example.
My gut
Yeah.
and my lifespan don't give a fuck about what's puro. We're
Right.
trying to live healthy
Right.
here.
Add
I'm trying to go
another-
to bed and get
Yeah.
decent sleep.
Since we're talking about the list of things that San Antonio loves that's just not good.
Yeah.
Bill Miller's
here we go.
tea.
Oh, here we go.
Bill
What?
Miller's
Let's
tea.
just piss off everybody.
Bill Miller's
Let's go
tea.
through the whole list of things about our
Yo,
city that suck that
hey,
y'all love.
Let me tell you what y'all can do if y'all want Bill Miller tea. Go to your faucet in your restroom
Yeah.
and fill a cup up with water and drink it.
Wow.
It's the nastiest, most overrated shit ever in all of San.
You piss it off Isaac. Isaac normally gives 20. Today he only gave 5. I love
Who
y'all, but
drinks
stop
Bill Miller?
attacking my spots,
Yo.
man.
Yo, stop drinking Bill Miller tea, man. That's just nasty.
Yeah, Rosie's right. Fred sued the kid, and then they started selling the same fucking jersey.
Are you serious?
Yes, sorry bastards.
Wow.
F Fred's. Long John Silver's is not good, y'all.
It's not, but it's
It ain't
better
good.
than Fred's.
And that ain't Poodle San Antonio, by the way.
No,
Fred's
we
is
could
Poodle.
make, we could make fun
Fred's
of
is
Long
Poodle.
John.
F
But it's
Long
better
John.
than Fred's.
I ate Long John Silver's all the time as a kid.
As a
Shit,
kid.
you get down to the bottom, all you had left was
The
the
little
Crispies,
Crispies?
and I just dumped that in my
Yeah,
mouth.
I love that shit.
God damn, it's disgusting. It's gross. Long John Silver's blows.
Now I think
There's
we got to
6 in town.
Now we got to go do a bit.
At
But we
Long
gotta
John
ask,
Silver's?
We got to ask for it fresh.
I'll do a bit, but I'm not eating that shit.
You know, that's what the bit is.
I'm
us
not putting
tasting
that
it
in my
again.
body.
One piece of fish, Mike, as a bit.
I might rather eat the hush puppy.
Oh, I like
I'm
a
not
good
putting the
hush
fish
puppy.
in me. I don't know where that shit came from. Probably all full of lead. Got it out of the river over here.
We can't even ask this little scary
Full
ass.
of
He don't eat
plastics.
fish.
I ain't eating that shit.
Yeah, I've never had
No,
it.
no. Here's the fuck Long John Silver's. I have a list in my notebook
That
of
we haven't
places
went
that
to.
you and I have talked about going that we never do because we suck.
We suck. We suck.
And you know what? We're starting the next restaurant week starts next
Restaurant week.
God damn
You
it.
know what? Let's do restaurant week.
Restaurant week begins.
Yes, Ruben. Cafe Don Juan's
All
is
right.
way better tea.
Restaurant week.
And Big,
Restaurant
yeah,
week.
Big Al.
Next week.
I'm 47. I don't eat churches anymore, sir. I'm
No.
a grown man.
Correct.
Wow.
If I want fried
Correct.
chicken, I'm gonna go get real fried chicken from like a soul food restaurant somewhere. I'm an adult. I don't
Correct.
eat churches.
That's right.
It's too greasy.
This place right up the street here.
And
has
I'm
awesome
poor.
fried
I'm not
chicken.
church
I ain't
poor.
going there.
Churches, any place that'll give you 20 pieces of chicken for $8, that shit, something ain't right
Gross.
with it.
Ain't doing that. And I'm to the point now where y'all can shame me all you
Yeah.
want. It don't matter. I don't give a fuck.
I don't eat churches.
I'm not. I read. Look, and this gut I'll probably never shake all the way. And
Me
that's
neither.
okay. That's
Me
fine.
neither.
But I have now. I'm educated enough in my life, and I'm pro healthy choices enough in my life
Right.
to where I'm just not going to. There's just things that I'm just not going to
Not
eat.
gonna do it.
And it doesn't matter if it's good. And I'm sure that shooting heroin feels amazing the first time you do it. That don't mean I'm gonna fucking go do it. I ain't doing that. There's plenty of great fried chicken places around here. Shit, there's 3 right here Southtown.
Yeah, Gus's.
Gus's is the bomb.
fire.
I mean, shit. Right down the street we got Chi-Chi's. We got Chi-Chi Birds, and we got Gus's.
Wait.
Right within
Is this
2 blocks.
Mike Taylor's supporting local?
He
I
supports
always
local.
support good
That's
and
good
healthy. It
local.
don't matter if it's local or not.
But coffee shops. Fuck outta
Don't
here.
even mess with me on local places. Your ass eats fish. You eat fish sticks. You eat like a little girl.
I don't eat fish sticks.
You
Those
eat
are
like
gross.
you eat like a damn 5-year-old with your fucking chicken strips and French fries.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Eating that shit.
Restaurant week
Gross.
starts next week.
Yes,
Let's
and
do
I have
it.
a list.
But we've been compiling this list since I came on
Correct,
January
and we're
24th.
now 15 months in, or 16. Might as well actually.
Yeah, let's
fulfill
start
the bit.
restaurant week.
All right. Let's get violent right now, though. That is a Poodle San Antonio tradition as well, and it's called People I Want to Punch.
Now, it's time for People I Want to Punch on In the Building.
Taylor's got too much 09 in him now. There's no saving him.
Oh
You know
my
what?
God.
And you know the 09's got plenty of awesome, local, independently owned, badass
And they
places
support
to eat.
each other.
And just because y'all are too chicken shit to go to that neighborhood and experience it, I would
Oh.
put my local taste buds up against anybody.
Yeah,
We eat
yeah.
local all the time.
Right.
Anyway, sorry,
No,
I got mad.
Gene.
You triggered me.
Gene, I don't know if it happened in the Korean War, but Koreans make the best fried chicken. Gene, you're 1,000%. I don't know if black people went over there during the Korean War and
Yeah.
taught them, but that Korean fried chicken, yes,
Mhm.
Gene, I love Korean fried. It's the best.
think
I don't know
they
why.
cook it in the same shit they make their other food in.
Yeah,
So it's different.
That's a different.
It's
crunch.
made in a wok.
That crunch gives me a boner. Oh.
No, I just wanted that just deserved a pregnant pause. Who you punching?
I am punching the snowflakes of the Recording Academy that have announced that starting in 2026, the Grammys' Best Country Album will be split into 2 new categories: Best Contemporary Country and Best Traditional Country. This comes following Beyonce's Cowboy Carter winning the Best Country Album at the 2025 Grammys. Caving to the people that want to hear that podunk country, because Beyonce ain't country. That album sucked. She ain't got no business winning nothing on this stage here. In my day, we would have shot her right there. She grabbed that damn near award. I ain't no country. That country, I'm 6'7". Fuck the Recording Academy, you sorry snowflakes. Cave into the damn podunk ass country people that don't even pay the bills anymore. Taylor Swift and the Beyoncés of the world paid the bills in the country space. Yeah, is Morgan Wallen traditional? Are any of these new dudes traditional?
Bro country.
Yeah, are any of these new dudes that y'all love country? Or is it just because it's Beyonce?
That's Brian Schottenheimer country.
Yeah, man. Punch the Academy for caving to podunk.
What awards are we talking about? Like the American Country Music Awards?
The Grammys. What
Oh,
you
the
talking about?
Grammys.
Because she won Best Country Album.
Grammys, okay.
And Big
So now
Bob, Big
got to
Jim
make-
Bob and
gotta
them.
change the rules
Yeah,
now.
Big Jim Bob and them wasn't having that. In my day, she couldn't walked on that stage, let alone been in the building. That ain't country. Neither is any other
Although
shit
I'd
y'all
like to
listen.
get in her building.
Yeah.
I don't mean she's country, though.
Now, I'm not telling you I wouldn't bend her over counter, but she shouldn't be on a country stage. Fuck.
I ain't
y'all.
racist. I'd
Yeah,
buck her.
exactly.
Don't get me wrong, but we're going to have to change these categories. Look,
Split
man,
it up, dude.
I don't know about this year, but I
don't even watch the Grammys, so I don't really care.
I don't pretend to even know all the new shit that gets released. I try to keep up with it.
Right.
But two best country records so far this year, the Jason Isbell acoustic record and the new Turnpike Troubadours record. If it don't include them, then it ain't best country, because I ain't heard no country so far. We're almost 6 months into the year that tops them two.
Hey,
Far
man,
as
who you
country
punching?
goes. That's a good question. Who am I punching today? Oh hell, I don't know. Shit. You know what? Let's punch Antonio Brown.
Let's combine this.
It's so easy. Antonio Brown might need to get. I don't know if he needs to be locked up. He needs like one of those places they send you when you need like mental therapy.
Well, his Twitter handle is CTESPN.
This dude
So
here,
he's clearly not right.
he is not right. His Twitter handle is CTESPN. That's kind of funny. This dude cannot stay out of trouble.
What'd he do? Is he really up for attempted murder?
Yeah.
What happened?
Down in Miami, where he needs to move out of Miami. That's part of the problem.
It's crazy down there.
All right, Miami.
This ain't Texas.
Marcel Louis Jacques writes this for ESPN.com. Law enforcement in Miami-Dade County is seeking to arrest former NFL wide receiver Antonio Brown on a charge of attempted murder. Okay, this is nuts. It's one thing to talk about living with Tom Brady and Giselle and talk about how you had threesomes with him. It's one thing to get mad, throw your helmet, and stomp off the field in the middle of the game.
Whatever.
But now we're shooting it, folks. It's out of hand.
Did he bust his gun, Mike?
Yeah. The charge stems from a shooting that Antonio Brown was involved in during a celebrity boxing event in Miami.
Jesus.
The warrant shows a charge of attempted murder with a firearm. It also instructs Brown to post a $10,000 bond and remain on house arrest once he gets arrested. He was detained by the cops last month at this boxing event. He was not arrested technically, although now they've issued a warrant. He got into a fight with a bunch of people, and they started posting it on video, of course, because that's what you do now when your life's on the line. You pull a phone out and record your murder. AB tweeted that night, says, "I was jumped by multiple individuals who tried to steal my jewelry and cause physical harm to me. Contrary to some video circulating, police temporarily detained me until they received my side of the story, and then they released me.
Damn.
I went home that night and was not arrested. I will be taking legal counsel and attorneys on pressing charges against the individuals that jumped me." Okay. That was he hadn't filed nothing yet.
Florida is a stand your ground state, Mike.
We've learned that. Yeah.
It is.
And Florida will also run your protesters over, so be careful,
That's right.
protesters.
So he fired off 2 bullets, apparently. And so they looked at all the surveillance, interview witnesses. This was a month ago. Now the
And
cops
they let him go.
Yeah, but now Miami's decided, all right, we have enough cause to arrest him on attempted murder because I guess they found shell casings that matched the kind of gun he was holding that night.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, they let him go because you can have a gun in Florida, no problemo. But
Yeah.
did you shoot at people?
Right.
And can you prove they were a threat to you?
Right.
You can murder folks in Florida if you feel like they're if you're triggered and scared of them. Well, at least one very famous case said so. We're about to find out with
Don't
Antonio
trigger him.
Brown.
Yeah.
Man. But I'm gonna punch him. I don't
I'm
even,
not be punching him because you know what,
I'm
Mike?
punching
Guess what? I'm punching because just
he
because.
needs to leave Miami.
But the thing about it is,
He
it's
needs
not even
therapy.
about this case. He may be self-defense,
Mhm.
but he said some awful things about good people.
He's just a shitty guy.
He's a shitty person. So
Yeah.
yeah, punch him. He's an awful person.
All right, Orlando Kell. This guy was 4-time All-Pro. He should have been in the Hall
No,
of
he's
Fame.
one of the best to ever do it when
It's
he was
crazy.
locked in.
Nuts. All right, thank you to Orlando Kell, the official family law man. I'll be in the building. 26 plus years practicing family law in this town. If you are in need of a family lawyer, divorce situation, whether you're filing, she's filing, maybe you got a buddy, know somebody, Orlando Kell. Sucks to be in a divorce sitch. I've been in it. But there's all that emotion. You see, Orlando's able to just, because when you get divorced in the state of Texas, now it just becomes an arbitration.
It's a business meeting
now a
now.
business transaction.
Right.
And you got all that pent up emotion. You're not thinking clearly. Orlando, you can go deal with your emotions and let Orlando handle all the business. He's the man. I've seen him in court. I've seen him in action. Put him in action for you. Orlando Kell, 210-775-4995. You can email this man directly, orlandokell.law@gmail.com, orlandokell.law@gmail.com. Speaking of violence and getting mad and being in crowds and stuff, I don't know if anyone that's watching us or listening to us has any plans to go to the protest tomorrow. If y'all do, please try and keep your wits about you. Tomorrow, I'm not like terribly concerned,
I'm not.
but there's
already
there's
been
a
one,
risk.
right? And that was fine.
Yeah, but this is a bigger one.
Right.
And they're having these no kings parades, protests all over the country. But for whatever reason, Greg Abbott decided to send the National Guard to our town. I mean, they're having these protests in Dallas, Houston, Corpus Christi, Austin. They had a couple of arrests in Austin this week. We're going to have local
baby
law
Mexico,
enforcement.
That's why.
We're going to have local law enforcement is enough, but Abbott doesn't seem to think so. So they're sending the National Guard down here. He says, I'm not sending them down there to crack heads, just to guard property and just make sure that it stays peaceful. We're not here to be offensive. Okay. It seems like overkill to have the National Guard here because people see these soldiers with their fucking machine guns and everything. It's scary.
It's weird.
You got two protests going on. The anti-ICE movement tomorrow / the No Kings. It's a mass movement across the country.
What
People
is
upset
No
because
Kings?
Trump's having a parade for his birthday.
Oh.
He's running the U.S. Army out there to show off a bunch of guns and toys and tanks and shit for his birthday. And people are comparing it to shit that Nazi Germany used to do and all this kind of thing. So you got all these folks showing up to protest tomorrow. Please try to keep it peaceful. Highly unfortunate.
Hey, Far West.
Yeah.
Cut it out, sir.
What do you
Not
say?
funny. Might be icy conditions at Shakira tonight. Like, come on, bro.
Wait, what is that?
Might be icy conditions at Shakira tonight.
Oh, heads up if you're going to see Shakira tonight.
They're going to be
Ice
jumping
might be
out on
there.
people.
Hey, watch out if you're going to Long John Silver's. I hear they're hanging out at Fred's Fish Fry, too.
Hey, did you see Trump, though? Trump was like, hey, farmers, hotels, I'm gonna cut back a little bit.
Right.
I'm a little bit too strict.
All
My
right.
farmers are going out of business.
Right.
My hotels don't have anybody to work. Oh, let me loosen up. Like, no shit.
Right. So we're keeping up. So we're going to kick out all the illegal aliens unless they have jobs that convenience you. Okay. Okay. Look, this was supposed to be just running out undocumented people that were criminals and had records and committed crimes. That I get. We should kick them all out of here. But now we're like showing up to elementary schools and stuff, putting handcuffs on kids. Shit's gotten out of line. But not the hotel workers, because someone's
And the
going to wash
farmer.
my sheets.
I saw
and the
this
farmer, the cotton
This
pickers
lady
can
in Nebraska,
stay.
she was crying. She was like, "We voted for him, but my farm, my ranch, we don't have anybody." No shit. We voted for him, but we feel betrayed.
Right.
No shit, Betty.
Yeah.
What the fuck did you think was gonna happen, Betty?
Yep. And, hey, Betty could raise her rates and pay more, but she don't want to do it. That's not get crazy. You can find Americans to do these jobs, but y'all don't pay but $4 an hour. And those old boys over at Home Depot, all they want is a 6-pack of beer and $5.
You know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here, Betty. Get your shine box.
Just please be careful.
Yeah, be careful.
If you're going to participate in this. So I feel like Abbott sending the guard is overkill. So let's prove him wrong.
I'm with
by
that,
keeping
Mike.
the
I'm
peace
with
here.
that, Mike.
No, we're not. Have you heard the Unity of Fields? That is a new gang that is cropped up in this country.
It's a gang?
Fuck yeah, it's a gang.
Oh.
A bunch of fucking organized criminals. It is a rising group of these whack job, way far left, uber Antifa, anarchy
gotcha.
bullshit. They're the ones that showed up in L.A. creating all this mayhem.
Right.
They're the one. It's their fault that Trump sent the guard to L.A., burning cars, setting fire to buildings and shit.
And meanwhile,
we're not that. We don't do that.
Meanwhile,
shit
90% of the people are there peacefully, but you got some people being
right.
there
You
doing
got
that
these
shit.
assholes. Yeah,
Right.
these are the opposite of the Proud Boys.
Yeah.
This is a new far left regime.
Well, in those Proud Boys,
And
there's
these
some
assholes
fine
need to be
humans in there,
dealt with.
Michael.
Well, I'm sure there's some good people too. There's some good people.
fine people in the Proud Boys. I was like, what the fuck did he just say?
Please be careful.
Yeah, be careful.
I ain't no way my ass is going anywhere downtown. I'm gonna be there in the 09 where the grass is greener and the birds chirp loud. And if you call 911, they get there within 30 seconds. All right. This show is presented in part by. Matter of fact, I'm gonna spend part of my day tomorrow on the far north side. I'm gonna be over on Petrenko at the OG.
Yes, we is.
Yes.
Yes, we is, David Artois.
Texas Cheer Liquor. The original location's having a cool setup for tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to have a bottle engraving. Take care of your pops. Take care of your Theo. Take care of your Olito. Go out to Texas Cheer Liquor. Get them some Etaduda. Get them some Jack D. Get them some Gentleman Jack.
See.
Or get them some Woodford Reserve.
Yes, sir.
But happy Father's Day. We appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
The engraving is free. The bottle is not. But make sure you let them know in the building sent you. Mike and I are going to pull up. Yeah, AD's telling everybody pull up, y'all. Y'all pull up, man. We're going to have a good old time. AD's going to give away a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. I made that part up. I made that part up. He's not giving away a bottle of Pappy. But
hey, do the bit right.
Right, I'm kidding.
No,
seriously.
Here to make money.
It's always a great gift, man. Pops love that. So, yeah, come out to Texas Cheer Liquor. Number 1, noon to 3. Say hello to Mike and myself.
Indeed.
Buki, you got an ID?
What do you mean?
Like, do you have an ID?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a driver's license?
Yeah.
Why would I not have a driver's license?
Well, I didn't know if you came over here, you know.
No, U.S. citizen now. I've since for a long time now. You know, shout out to me. My last family member just became a U.S. citizen, so there we go. It only takes 20 fucking plus years.
No shit.
Fuck.
Why don't you just do nothing? No, don't trigger me. Texas Cheer Liquor number 1, 12 to 3. Great gift for Father's Day. Come on out, hang out with the crew. We're gonna have a good time. Me and Mike gonna roll some footage and have some samples. No Pappy Van Winkle, Ruben. I was kidding.
That's an actual like alcohol. I thought that was just like
great. It's awesome.
It's a $5,000 bottle depending on where you get it.
I thought that was just like a fake thing people say.
So how much is a shot of Pappy like in a really nice restaurant?
Probably a $60 to $100 depending on where you at.
Golly. All right. It's y'all superstitious at all? I don't think we've ever
I'm a little
talked about
superstitious.
I'm a little superstitious.
So today is Friday the 13th. Did y'all know that?
That's not superstitious. That's from a movie.
No, this goes back.
Oh, it's
1,000
before
years ago.
Jason Voorhees?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why they named the movie Friday the
Okay.
13th.
Oh, okay. I'm not
No,
as
but
cultured.
most Americans think of the movies. It's Friday the 13th. It's the only time this year we're going to have a Friday the 13th. All right, this goes back way back in the day. Well, see, this is some people think that Judas was the 13th disciple of Christ.
I like when you give me history lessons.
Yeah. Look,
I
you
li-
pull up a chair.
I
grab
like
a
these
cigar.
history
No,
lessons.
So the way this goes is Judas Iscariot is Judas is who betrayed Jesus,
Obviously,
turned
right.
him into the Romans, fucking snitch.
Right.
And
The original snitch that got stitches.
correct. The
No
original snitch was Judas,
Right.
betrayed Jesus, and so he's the 13th disciple. Because he's the outlaw. He's the outlier, and so that's where the number 13 got associated with having bad luck. Right, and over the years there were different. I'll pull some of this out. I didn't want to be wrong. So it's a play on the Last Supper. Him being the 13th guy on the end of the table, knowing that he knew that he had already turned Jesus in.
What a
so
prick.
there's a Mexican drug cartel that calls itself the Knights Templar.
No, I didn't know that.
All right, yeah. The Knights Templar are a major player down in Mexico. They've been a major menace for about 10 years. But the Knights Templar goes back to the year 1307. On Friday the 13th, 1307, the Knights Templar created a lot of havoc. They were, I don't want to sit up here and tell you all about the Knights Templar.
But it's not from Jason Voorhees in Camp
No,
Crystal
it was
Lake.
not
Okay.
Jason Voorhees. So this goes back a long, long time. And I am a superstitious guy. I don't.
So you
think
staying
I
home
am.
tonight because it's Friday
Well,
the 13th?
Let me say this. I think I'm probably more OCD than superstitious.
I'm very OCD. I
right?
told you, 7 strokes of deodorant per pit.
I remember that.
That's
I'm
OCD.
still trying to
Yeah.
recover from that statement you made. And I've gotten better as I've gotten older. When I was younger, I had really bad, obsessive compulsive issues where, all of my dials, in my car, my house,
Now that's
my headphone level,
That's
all had to be
crazy.
an even number.
crazy.
I had a fear of odd numbers, right? I wore even numbers all throughout my youth playing baseball. I would not
You
take
make
an
my
odd
7
number.
strokes of deodorant look like nothing.
Right, but I've gotten over it.
Yeah.
I don't fear odd numbers anymore. There's a name for fearing odd numbers. It's weird. It's very OCD. I was a blinker too. I had ticks and shit as a kid. But as far as superstition, I do avoid lines and stripes on the street if I can help it. When I walk out of the HEB, I don't step on the yellow parking, the yellow line that.
When I would step on the soccer pitch, I wouldn't step on the line. When I would
That's
go
what
on,
this goes back to.
I wouldn't step
for
on
me.
the line when I
Baseball
step
players
outside.
don't step on the
I don't step
line
on
when
the
they
line.
take the field.
No, me neither.
And so I don't step on the line at HEB now or crosswalks.
Well, you
Still to
step
this
on a
day.
crack, you break your mama's back.
To this day. I don't mind. So they say even if you're not superstitious traditionally or usually, on Friday the 13th, though, that's when you got to be careful. Watch out for black cats. Don't walk under a ladder. Don't step on cracks, things of that nature. What do you have, Bouquet, that you are superstitious about? Not ticks and OCD shit, but do you have some superstitions?
I'm thinking he's more on sports side. He has to sit in a certain chair. He wears a certain hat when the socks are on.
Do you believe that you have an outcome? Your team's outcome is related to what you wear or how you sit on a
Yes.
chair
During
and
the
shit like
playoffs,
that?
of course.
See,
yeah.
I knew it. I knew
Yeah.
that's what
And
he
you
was.
know that's nuts. You know it's insane.
Of course, yeah.
But still, you can't help it. I'm just saying.
yeah.
I knew that.
I don't wash my Lucky shirt, my 04 Red Sox shirt.
Gross.
I have Lucky Dirt as well.
Dirt?
I have dirt that I got at Fenway. I took it from Boston, collected it, brought it with me from Boston on a plane
Right.
to here. I have it with me still. Whenever I need some luck, I've got my pill bottle of dirt that I just shake around. And of course, before big events, I need to crank one out. That's
Yeah.
just-
Oh, I
What?
agree. I agree on taking a dump. Yeah.
Well, no, that's not what I was mentioning, but okay.
Do you always take a dump at the airport before you get on an airplane, or are you okay taking a dump on a plane?
I'll take a dump on the plane. I don't give
If
a
you
fuck.
shit
It's
at airports,
inconvenient to shit on
something
a
is
plane.
wrong with people that shit at airports.
I shit at airports every time.
Michael, I'm not shitting at the airport.
I don't like shitting on an airplane itself.
I'll just
though.
hold it.
Go with me to Hawaii and let's see how long you can
Oh,
hold
I
it.
don't. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, that's a different flight. I've never been on a long, long flight.
You won't shit at an airport bathroom?
Hell no.
That's weird. See, I'm more comfortable flying and knowing I won't have to because I've had to shit on an airplane and I hate it because you're in a little tiny box the size of this chair and you know that all 200 of these motherfuckers have been in there too, and
Right.
I just don't want to. So I go to great lengths to not have to take a dump on an airplane, which means I rip one off at the airport before I
Get it
get
out.
on.
Right.
I ride more comfortable because I
Well,
got
see,
that out of my
most of the
body.
time I don't eat at the airport, so I won't have
You don't
to.
even eat at the airport.
I try not to. It's too
Wow.
expensive. See, AD's right. Rudy don't even shit at the store. I won't shit at the store. And sometimes I've done doubles.
Oh, anybody, when I was AD, anybody,
I don't shit at that store.
There were times where I'd have to put the back in 5 minutes letter on the front door and
So
lock
you
up.
shit at Texas Chair Liquor?
Yeah, many times. You have a weird thing about crapping in public.
I can't shit it.
It's not
I
the
did at
airport.
Disney World because I was literally going to shit at myself.
Did, and you even remember this. It was
Because
so horrible.
My wife was like, my wife and my daughter were like, oh my God, Dad's going to shit in public. It was cool.
Wait, you told them you had to?
It was
They
one of those
knew.
ones I was like, started sweating. And I was like, yo,
That's
I'm not gonna,
good for your body.
I know. I was like, yo, it's going to come out my leg. You know,
Oh
it's like the
my
scene in
God.
Bridesmaids. Like I was going to, and I was like, yo, oh shit.
Oh
I got to
my
shit. I took a shit
God.
at Disney World and I felt so dirty.
You will in your hotel room, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't hold it like that, Mike. It's not often where I'm like in a pinch or I got to take it. He's like, you're going to ruin your insides. But
You're going to get hemorrhoids.
yeah, but if
Dang.
I shit him, just know if you ever catch Rudy J shitting
Yeah.
in public, he had no choice.
So when you're sitting there at Disney World, let's go back to that fateful
Yes.
day. As you're sitting there doing your business, are you think, oh, thank God? Or are you like, I can't believe I'm doing
looking
this
around
at
for
Disney World.
crabs.
Are you feeling horrible?
I'm looking around for crabs. I'm wondering if there's
Wow.
tuberculosis on the seat.
Good Lord.
Yeah, anyway,
This fool sits down to take a leak, even though he has a penis.
Now that
or
is-
so he claims to
I
have
sit
a
down to
penis.
piss in the middle of the night only.
Yeah,
only.
that's so strange.
Anyway,
Every time.
I can't do
Random
it.
places.
Cannot deal with it.
so here at Southtown 101, you piss sitting down.
Yeah.
You got.
I
man,
enjoy using the trough as well early in the morning because I can just piss freely, you know, just spread out
What's
really.
the trough?
The urinal that's like a pig trough.
Oh,
That's the best one.
That's gross because you get splash zone. Ain't
You
nothing
know.
worse to get pee on your leg
That's all right.
because you're having a
Little
use
dribble.
some ice house pisser.
Little dribble never hurt
Gross.
anyone.
Yeah. Oh, I used to take shits at iHeart every time it was negotiation season. We've talked about this
Yeah.
before.
Gotta let them know you eat. good.
Yeah, and I didn't flush on purpose. Have to leave a message.
Yeah, Django taught me that.
Hmm I would use the bathroom closest to the program director's office, knowing that that's the restroom that he uses. That way, when he went in there, he knew that Taylor means business during negotiation
that is
season.
unfortunate.
Always
I
got
respect that.
always got extensions too.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Gotta know. Let them know.
Yeah, you damn right. That was a message. Send a message. All right. We got 2 more live spots to
Oh,
go. We've
shit,
been on
let's go.
90 minutes.
Let's go. Let's get these last spots. I gotta.
We're turning into Joe Rogan.
I gotta
here.
get out of here.
GC Roofing, and you've had business with them lately too. Remember the Lone Star came over.
Lone Star Nano
took
came
care
through.
of the sidewalk,
I got the
driveway.
best damn driveway, sidewalk,
Yeah,
porch on my entire block
absolutely.
because of the homies at
Wow.
Lone Star Nano
You
Services.
bet
Thank
your
y'all,
ass.
fellas.
Damn right. Thank you to Lone Star Nano Services / GC Roofing Construction. From here down to the coast and back yonder again. GC Services Roofing. They service all of South and Central Texas. If you have a roof issue, my God, we had how many people get killed night before last right here in town? 4 to 5. Still a couple of more were missing. Several overturned cars. Major roof damage all over the place. Had a tornado in Sabinal. Had one up near
Saw that.
Wimberley. This weather we've had this week has been nuts. So God forbid you've got some roof damage, you know who to call. Our guys at GC Services Roofing at 210-347-0426. Show also brought to you in part by Sammy's Embroidery. Oh, man, Sammy. I mean, people are like, does he have Nike? Well yeah.
Does he have?
Does he have Nike?
Is a pig's pizza pork? What the
Homeboy's got, okay.
kind of question is that?
I'll pull up Sammy's website just now. Dickies, Adidas, Jerseys, Nike, Tiger Woods, Augusta, Fruit of the Loom, Sport Tech, Pacific, Otto, Richardson, Jonathan Corey. So a lot of people, I mean, so we talking about from athletic gear to like work shirts, nice button-down, long-sleeve work
Yeah,
shirts
beautiful.
with your company logo. Sammy makes them look really nice. Hell, I was in there the other day chilling with Sammy, and I'm like, do you just sell shirts? He's like, I kind of stumped him. He's like, I'm like, can I just come in here and buy shirts without putting
Without
a logo? He's like, well,
I don't know
it's
about
not
that.
really what I do, but I mean, Sure.
He'll take your $30.
I threw him off, because he's got nice clothes in there.
That I wouldn't even want to put anything on.
Yes,
Right.
correct. And good prices. That's our guy. Sammy's Embroidery, the official outfitter within the building. Call Sammy right now. Get your order in. Guaranteed 24-hour turnaround service at 824-3900, 210-824-3900 is samsembroidery.com. Got a release date on the Jerry Jones documentary, the Netflix documentary on his
When?
life, August 19. I'll
Right
probably
before the
watch
season
it.
starts. I love me
Of
some
course,
Jerry.
of course.
I love
the
me
week
some
before
Jerry.
the first season.
Because now I get to own.
Yeah.
I get to own the last
Yeah.
month because I'm gonna drop some gems and they're gonna be
Yeah.
talking Cowboys.
I can already picture it now, an episode by episode breakdown of this
Oh
series.
no, this is
on
gonna
this
be
program.
that month will be all Jerry Jones
Oh,
punches
yeah.
from Mike Taylor.
It's gonna be one. It's just gonna be like a 20-minute segment. Here's
I'm
episode
gonna
1.
watch it out of obligation.
I'm watching it.
I doubt. Let's get back into this tomorrow because they act like it's a tell-all. On Jerry's open. He ain't opening up the books.
No,
Am I going to hear about bending over flight?
no.
Airline flight employees at the office desk and making babies? No.
Right.
Am I going to hear about quadruplesums with your sons on the team bus? No, we'll get into this tomorrow.
Hey, another thing we got to get
It's
into.
just going to be
Mike,
how awesome he is.
because another thing we got to get into sometime next week, Mike, because Austin is our second highest rated city.
I love Austin, Texas.
At what point are we going to say they legit have a serial killer?
Oh,
That sounds like a tease for Monday's show to me.
Because it's how many bodies we up to?
That
Buki?
sounds like a
I didn't know we had a
tease from-
serial killer.
That sounds like
Yeah.
a tease from Monday. I love that.
We got to admit that.
Oh,
Look it up.
That might be the only thing we talk about Monday.
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
My
now.
nipples just got hard. I like serial killer talk. And this is
I'm
one
like,
that
they don't want to admit it. I want to. Yeah,
Well, I know.
that's Monday's show.
All right.
Remind me.
Serial killer talk. Monday on In the Building. Love your heart. Thanks, everybody, for being a part of this one. The live viewers, those of you that watch it after the fact, thanks, everybody that donated money. Somebody reach out to Tina G.
Yeah.
That woman won herself a VIP ticket to the live show. Thank you to Bouquet. Thank you to Southtown, our partners at Anthem TV. Subscribe to Love You Hard TV. It's free, y'all. It's free. Have a great weekend. Love y'all hard. See you Monday on In the Building.